Alright, what's going on, guys? I am bringing you my second video for today. I did upload a video earlier talking about how Black Ops 1 is returning to the Xbox One. Reverse compatibility is finally here, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll link it in the description down below. We might be seeing all of the Call of Duties eventually on the Xbox One, so that would be pretty cool. But what I'm going to be doing in this video is just going through my Black Ops 3 class setups. Now, I'm mainly just talking about public matches. I'm waiting to make a competitive or arena mode class setup video until we get an actual rule set, because a lot of stuff is available right now, and there's a lot of really OP and cheap, corny stuff that's available in competitive at the moment that's probably going to get banned. So I don't want to make a whole video and then half that shit gets banned, so it'll be worthless. So I'm going to just wait till we get some sort of rule set, and then I'll make a competitive class setup video as well. But let's go ahead and get into these public match class. Alright, so I have three basic classes here, as you can see: the assault rifle, the sub, and the LMG. Also, fun fact, look at this, man, this is crazy. Look, for some reason SMG is banned. Look at that, text prohibited. What the fuck? Why is SMG banned? I don't know, but so that's why I put sub. But anyways, those are my three basic classes. These are the only three weapons I really use. I haven't really tried shotguns at all. And I've picked up a sniper a few times, but, I'm not really a sniper, so that's not my thing. Now, I can positively say that these classes are effective. I see a lot of people making class setup videos, right? Everyone makes their own class setup videos. But some people, no offense, but they suck. So why the fuck would you want advice from them on good classes to use when they're not good at the game? I have a 2.3 KD or something on my fuck around account where I don't even care using these classes, so I can effectively say that they work well, and you will do well using these classes. So I don't know, that I just wanted to add that in there because I see a lot of people making class setup videos that they're not good at the game, so why the fuck would you want their advice? But anyways, let's get into them now. The first one, as you can see, is the XR2. This is my personal favorite assault rifle. If we go through the assault rifles, I think they're pretty much all good, to be honest. I'd say all, how many are there? 7? 4, yeah, 7. All 7 of them are good, in my opinion. I'd say pick the one that you like the best and use that. But my personal favorites: XR2, the Man of War, sometimes the Shiva. I don't know. The thing about the Shiva is it feels very much like a SMR from Black Ops 2, and I'd prefer it to feel like a FAL. And I feel like sometimes I'm shooting somewhere and the bullets don't go where I'm shooting. I feel like it's not accurate. I don't know. I just get a weird feeling from it. But the M8 as well is a good one. So the main ones I'd recommend is the M8, the Man of War, and the XR2. The other ones, they're okay. I mean, they're all good, but those are the ones I'd recommend. Now, as far as the attachments, now, if you can use the iron sights, I'd recommend doing that because that saves you a thing. But I like using the reflex, but the ELO as well is actually pretty good. It's basically a reflex without the top, and you get a little bit more map visibility with that. I like it. I don't know if I like it more than the reflex yet, but it is effective, and I definitely recommend trying it out and see if you like it. If you don't like it, go to the reflex or iron sight or whatever you like to use. Sight doesn't really matter that much. That's just personal preference. Now, as far as the actual attachments on the gun itself, I recommend running rapid fire on every single assault rifle. It will make it better, especially the burst ones. It will make it a lot better. I even run rapid fire on the Man of War. I think it's a very good attachment. Definitely makes your gun stronger. Now, I run stock. Stock's tricky in this game because I'm not sure if it really does anything or not. It does obviously a very small amount, but I personally I like it. I like what it does. I wish it would do more, and it's kind of a waste of an attachment, but I personally I just like stock on my gun, so I use it. But honestly, it's very weak. So that one's really up to you if you want to use it or not. Grip definitely does something in this game. I recommend running grip personally. I run it on all my guns, subs, SMGs. I just said SMGs twice. SMGs, assault rifles, and LMGs, I run grip. That is a must-have attachment for all of my guns personally. Up to you, though. Now, if we go into the attachments, stuff I would recommend running if you want to switch it up: quick draw, that's useful. Suppressor is useful as well, I guess, for pubs, but it does make your gun really weak in this game, so I don't really like running it. I don't think high caliber is worth it. Laser, it's not really worth it for an assault rifle. FMJ, I don't think that's really worth it either. Fast mags and extended mags, those are both good. You could use them if you want, but personally, I'd rather have something else. Now, long barrel, I don't know if it's worth it on ARs, but I definitely run that on subs. And then obviously I said rapid fire is good, so it's kind of up to you. There's a lot of really good attachments in this game. Like there's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 8 attachments that are all good, that are worth using. And I mean, you can just really pick your choice of which ones you want to use. So that's just what I use. Now, perks. This is where I'm probably a little different from a lot of people. Now, in the beta, I was getting stunned a lot. So everyone would throw on Tac Mask, right? But the thing is, in this game, you get Tac Mask at a very early level, like I think 12 or 14 or something like that. So I haven't really been getting stunned at all in this game, because I feel like everyone knows that you unlock Tac Mask so early, so people don't throw that many stuns. So I personally, I don't even run a perk 3. I'd rather have an extra attachment on my gun. So what I actually do is on my perk 2, I run Fast Hands simply because of the aim faster after sprinting. It's that dexterity effect from Black Ops 2. Pretty much a must-have. It will help you in a lot of gunfights. And I run Annie Up. It's basically as close to I was about to say hardwired. It's as close to hardline as you can get in this game. And I love hardline. That's something I use all the time, and there is no hardline in this game. This is as close as you can get. I don't know if it's worth it or not. I think it's more worth it if you run low streaks. But if you run the higher streaks, it's such a small thing that it doesn't even really matter. Another perk you could run is Scavenger, of course. If you do plan on staying alive a lot, Scavenger as well is good. I'd probably run either a combo of Fast Hands and Scavenger or Fast Hands and Annie Up, depending on what streak loadout I'm running. If I'm running the bigger streaks, I'm definitely going to run Scavenger. But if I'm just running like a non-lethal setup, like UAV counter, VSAT, I'd definitely run Annie Up. And the first perk. Flak is acceptable, I would say. Ghost is also acceptable, and I personally run Overclock because I've noticed that people don't get that many UAVs in this game because it's 500 points. UAVs aren't as common as they used to be in previous CODs, in my opinion, because a lot of people, they don't play the OBJ, so it does take them a 5 kill streak in order to get a UAV. So I don't really feel like Ghost is necessary in this game. Maybe that'll change, but I don't know. I don't really feel like it's necessary. Now, Flak, that can be necessary sometimes depending on the lobby. I would say have a class with Flak Jacket, and if you need it, pull it out. Otherwise, I mean, there's no reason to use it because it's kind of a waste of a perk if they're not really using any explosives. So that's why I recommend running Overclock, because you earn your specialist so quick, and if you're using like one of the better specialists, I'll go over that as well, but if you're using one of the better ones, like you earn it very, very quickly, and it really is helpful. So that's why I run Overclock. I don't feel like Flak and Ghost are necessary in this game as they were in other games, and I think Sixth Sense, Blind Eye, and Afterburner are pretty much useless. You definitely got to pick one of these bottom 3 perks from the perk 1 slot, and then perk 2, I think Fast Hands, Annie Up, and Scavenger are really the best ones. Hardwired, I mean, I don't know. You don't really need that in pubs that much. That's more of a competitive perk. Cold-Blooded, that's a waste. And Tracker, I don't really like it. I mean, I don't know. It's just a unique perk. I don't think it's really as beneficial as it sounds when you read it. And then perk 3, I think Gung Ho fucks me up. I don't like using Gung Ho. Tac Mask is good. Dead Silence and Awareness are both good. Engineer, I don't know, not so much. Blast Suppressor. No one really looks at the minimap like that in this game yet, at least, so I don't think that's worth it, but you can definitely run Dead Silence or Awareness or Tac Mask for perk 3, so those are kind of the good perks. Personally, I don't run a secondary, but if I did, I'd run either the RK5 or this LCAR9. This is basically the B23R, and this is basically the Cap 40, and actually, I have tried them dual wield, and they're pretty good, so you can do that as well, but that's just a lot of points I don't want to use on stuff like that, and I don't run any lethals or tacticals. I would normally run C4, but since it has to, like, touch something in this game in order to blow up, like, you can't blow it up in the air, I don't think it's worth it anymore. So that's kind of my assault rifle setup. Let's go ahead and move into the SMGs now. So for my SMGs, I actually like running the VMP, but there's quite a few good SMGs in this game. I think the VMP is good. I think the Kuda is good. The Vesper is also good. The Pharaoh as well. That's probably my second favorite, is the Pharaoh. And then the Razorback, it was so amazing in the beta, and they kind of nerfed it now, but it's still pretty good. I wouldn't say it's bad or anything like that. But any one of those is actually pretty good. I guess all of them besides the Weevil. Even the Weevil, it's okay. It's not terrible or anything. I just think the VMP and the Pharaoh are the best 2 you can run. But my attachments don't change regardless of which one I end up running. So I don't use optics on SMGs because basically everything is really close range when you're using SMG. You don't really need that. And I'd rather save it and use it on something else. So all I run on this is very similar to Black Ops 2 with the quick draw and the long barrel. But one thing I do add in is grip, because grip is actually very effective in this game, and it really does make a difference. As far as useful attachments on the SMG, I mean, you can run suppressor if you want. It makes it really weak. Fast mags and extended mag are both useful as well for pubs. I definitely don't recommend running stock for a SMG. It's basically worthless. And rapid fire is kind of hit or miss. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. On the Pharaoh, I like it, but on other guns, I don't really like it. Like, for example, the Vesper, it's already fast enough. Look at the fire rate. It's like the Scorpion, you don't really need it. So it just depends on which one you use, but, you know, that's kind of just up to you. That's a personal preference type thing, but did I just... Oh, I fucked up. Well, let me just put them on back real quick. I don't know why it deleted them. Okay, anyway, so as far as the perks now, the only thing you'll notice is different is I just threw on Tac Mask, and that's mainly just because I don't have an optic on it, so I had one extra point, and I mean, you could throw on a perk 3, you could put on whatever perk you want, awareness, or, you know, Tac Mask or something, or you could throw on some sort of lethal or tactical, it doesn't really matter. You could even put on a secondary if you would like. Anything you want, you just kind of have one leftover spot. You can put whatever you want on that, and then obviously, if you're going for high streaks, you just switch out Annie up for Scavenger, and, you know, you have your class. So, basically the same thing as the Assault Rifle, just a few minor changes. Now, for the LMGs. Now, in my personal opinion, I think all 4 of them are very good, so really, just use whichever one you think personally fits you the best and that you like the best. I like the Gorgon, so I use that one, but all 4 of these are all very good. You guys know how Treyarch is with LMGs. They all make them very good. So, once we get into the actual class setup itself, optics, once again, I use the reflex on it. It's basically the exact same setup as an assault rifle, just I'm using a LMG. So you can see I have grip, stock, and rapid fire. Now, useful attachments on LMG, obviously, I think quick draw is good. Suppressor maybe for pubs. Stock, grip are both good. Stock, I mean, that's really a personal preference thing as well. I wouldn't say that was good. I just like it. Fast mags is good because it really does take quite a long time to reload this thing. Extended mag as well. And then I would definitely recommend rapid fire. If you use anything on this gun, I'd say use rapid fire and then pick whatever else you want. But that's my main recommendation for this gun. It really does make it crazy good when you add that on there. But those are the 3 that I run on it. And then the perks, once again, nothing has changed. Overclock, and then the dual with the fast hands and the Annie up, and then no perk 3. And then you can see the wild cards on perk 2 greed and primary gunfighter. So that is the LMGs. Now, let us move into the kill streaks and the specials. So, as far as score streaks are concerned in this game, there aren't really that many good ones, and a lot of the higher ones are not really worth the amount of score that they take. So, I'll just kind of go through and give you the ones that I'd recommend running. So, UAV, counter UAV, Lightning, and Hellstorm are both good. Hellstorm used to be way better, but they patched it, unfortunately. Talon is decent, but the thing is, Wraith is basically the same as Talon, and Wraith is like 10 times better. It's probably the best kill streak in the game, especially when you consider its value. It's the best kill streak for sure. Hater obviously is very good. It's the VSAT. Raps, I wouldn't run any of these 3, to be quite honest with you. These 2 are trash, the EMP thing and this fucking Wally piece of shit thing. This might be the worst 1600 score streak ever in Call of Duty history. And the Mothership, it's okay, but the problem is it can get hacked, number 1. Number 2, your teammates just hop in it and take your kills, so it's really annoying. I don't recommend that. I recommend running some sort of kill streak setup with Wraith, Hater, and something else like UAV, Hellstorm, or, you know, if you're really feeling it, Rap, something like that. Just something with Hater in it is good, and Wraith if you want some sort of lethal and maybe like a lower kill streak like Lightning or Hellstorm. That should do you pretty well. That's basically what I run all the time, and I find it to be pretty effective. And finally, the specialists. So honestly, in my opinion, most of these are good, and they're all worth running except for like 3 of them that are pretty useless, at least for pubs. Like for example, Overdrive, I don't think that's good for pubs. For competitive, you can use that very effectively in a lot of situations, but I don't think it's really worth it for pubs. But the main 2 that I run are actually Combat Focus, which basically gets you your streaks super quickly, especially if you know how to use it correctly. And the other one is Scythe. This thing is amazing. It's the best gun in the game if you want to consider it a gun. I don't know what it is about it. It has some sort of like lag comp on it or something where you just like melt people. Even if they get first shot, you like lag comp them. I don't know what it is about the gun, but this thing is amazing. It's probably my most used, and then Combat Focus is my second most used. And those are really the only two that I run, but most of them are pretty good, so it's really up to you. Whatever you want to use, whatever you're comfortable with, just use that. Doesn't really matter, but those are the two that I use and that I'd personally recommend. So anyways, that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I went super in depth. Hopefully it helps you out. Let me know in the comment section down below if these classes helped you out. But anyways, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are not already. Follow me on Twitter, links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day, and peace out.
You got a secret, like you victorious. I'm back on a Tuesday and fucking feels glorious. I'm on the backbeat, sipping in the backseat, listening to NSYNC. No, not Backstreet.